ECC stream here today. We have WeVicious against Elite Gaming in Division 1.2. But before we go any further, I want you to introduce the next caster. Welcome, Layani. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great series. Division 1.2. Both teams actually only clean swept so far in this season. WeVicious played 2 series and clean swept them both. Elite Gaming, they've only played 1 series so far, and they've clean swept that one as well. So it's gonna be a real great series. Just gonna see what's gonna happen. WeVicious, of course, a really strong side. We've seen them before, and also if you look at their roster, it's a really strong side. But Elite Gaming, you can't underestimate them because, of course, they clean swept the first game. So for sure, WeVicious can't underestimate them. But what do you have to say about these teams, Leonie?
I think it's for sure going to be a very exciting matchup. And some little background info. WeVicious has released one of the players that they used to play with before, and he's now the sub for Elite Gaming. So I think that specific person really wants this team to win against WeVicious. But unfortunately, he isn't playing. But their main roster, Hype, and Jackson, will be trying to bring this WeVicious team down.
Yeah, of course. It's either both good rosters, Hype, Zao, and Jackson on the Elite Gaming side. Now, WeVicious, we got Traxy, Vision, Lucas, and Moggy and DRK as sub. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what the lineup will be of these both teams. I think from Elite Gaming, it will be Hype, Zao, and Jackson playing. And from the WeVicious side, it's going to be Ferox, Traxy, and Lucas. So yeah, we're just waiting for the team to join into the lobby. But let's go to the predictions, Liani. Who are you backing for this series?
I think I'm gonna go with Elite Gaming. I think they have a big drive to go and take down this WeVicious team, and that could be stronger than any roster. You can have the strongest roster you have, but if you don't have that drive to take down a team, then it might not be enough. So I will have to go with Elite Gaming.
All right, Elite Gaming is your choice. I think I'm going to get to the opposite. I think WeVicious is going to take this series based on, I've scrimmed both teams several times. And I think WeVicious, they are just the better side. I think they have a better roster as well. Yeah, 3 great individual players, Vision, Traxy, and Lucas. They are all capable to do some good stuff here in the Rocket League series against Elite Gaming. I think they're just individually better than the side of Elite Gaming. So I'm going for WeVicious in this series. WeVicious, they had a very good season so far. Of course, they are in the first place now, trying to keep that first place. Of course, Ascension Trinity, they are on the verge of also going of passing them at first place if WeVicious loses here, because they really want to get into the playoff spot in the top 3. Elite Gaming also really wants that because, of course, both teams have won all of their series so far. So it's going to be really clash here in the Division 1. So, yeah, you already said you know a bit about WeVicious. Could you tell something about WeVicious, Diane?
They have had a bit of a hiccup in the roster. I was supposed to make this is background information. I was supposed to make a team announcement for them. I edited a video, and then last moment they decided to drop the third, and then the plans kind of went in the water. But now they picked up Lucas, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Both teams actually have picked up a third in the same week, I think, and it's gonna be a matter of time who which third player nestled better into the team.
Yeah, for sure. It's of course roster changes mid-season sometimes doesn't really work out, but I think I think with WeVicious they said Moggy at the last minute. I think that's really a good sign for WeVicious. Moggy, of course, a really good player individually. we've seen him for the past few seasons in ECC already. And, you know, I've played against him a few times, and he's a really hard player to play against. And, you know, he's not playing today, but of course, Lucas, straight from Zypher Orange, who are now playing in the Champions Division. Lucas is also a really good player and got champions with Zypher Orange last season in this same division, in a Division 1. So, yeah, I haven't really seen him playing yet. But as I say, that all the teams have joined the lobby now. So I think it's really time now to go into game 1 between WeVicious and Elite Gaming.
Yes, and regardless of strong rosters or whatever, it's going to be a very exciting match, and I will be happy to enjoy this one with you, Dennis.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great one. Of course, Hype, Jackson, and Zao in the Elite Gaming side, and Lucas, Vision, and Trexie on the side of WeVicious. Have a nice one.
Game 1. Which team will come out on top? Now Vision pinches the ball into the wall. Lucas will take that over from it. And here's a dangerous ball coming in, but nobody from WeVicious to take advantage of that. And a demo coming in from Vision, but the shot was just wide from Taxi. Now they have to rotate back. Taxi goes for a flip reset. Didn't quite get the touch. Now Vision has to continue the attack. Lucas gets blocked by Zao. Jackson will pinch his ball into the half of the WeVicious. Hype now doesn't have the boost to work with, and that's a shot from Zao, but it's saved by Vision. And a bit of a double commit. It's been a bit on the calm side, not many long-lasting attacks, just a bit back and forth.
Yeah, definitely. It's not really, you know, a great offensive game so far. We have just seen a few attempts, but those attempts, though, those are not really great attempts to get some goals in. Easy saves for defenders, and it's still 1.5 minute play, no goal scored yet.
Yes, and you're definitely seeing a bit of struggle in the net from Elite Gaming side, but there's still no real threat from WeVicious. Still being a bit calm on the attack. Hype will clear this one out, but Lucas is there. So over to Jackson. Jackson will put this one high. Goes for a demo. The Hype just couldn't reach the ball. Traxi will air dribble this. This ball goes up high. It's blocked by Zao, and Zao has all the space to work with and will put a shot on net, but that's easily saved by Lucas. And here's the pressure coming in, but there was a bit of a battle in the corner. And Traxi with a beautiful dribble into a shot on net, and that caught WeVicious off guard.
Yeah, Elite Gaming just gave WeVicious too much space, and Traxi just finished the ball straight off the pass from Vision. So yeah, good play there by WeVicious, and finally after half game we finally see a goal here for WeVicious.
Yes, and they start off strong now with this 1-goal lead. They might have that confidence to keep up this pace. Vision to the wall. Jackson will block that. Traxi is there, gets bumped into the air dribble, but no attack from that. So we'll pick up that 100 boost. That's blocked by Traxi. Jackson with a shot on net, and Vision couldn't be there in time.
Yeah, a great shot, 160 kph by Jackson. Just a great shot just from the ground, and Vision couldn't get it from the back wall, and it's an equalizer for Elite Gaming.
Yes, and if you're not careful like WeVicious, then you're gonna be another goal down like this. It can go so quick. Now Vision with a shot on target, and a great redirect from Traxi will put them a goal ahead again.
Yeah, instantly a response from WeVicious, just straight from the kickoff. Vision with the pass to Traxi, and Traxi just pops it in. Easy finish for him, but great work by Vision. So yeah, really good play by Traxi and Vision so far. We've seen 2 assists from Vision already, and Traxi with 2 goals. Really good play by them, and you can see they really practice with each other already.
Yes, and that's a really strong duo, and Elite Gaming have to watch out for that. Traxi will take this one slow. Jackson puts up the pressure, and Zhao gets it over 1. And now it's WeVicious into an open net, and that will put them 2 goals up.
And again, just like I said, the combination between Traxi and Vision, it's all there. Hype is not positioned well there as 3rd man. And just again, a good play by Vision and Traxi. This time it's Vision who can finish the ball off. But 1 minute and 20 seconds left, but Elite Gaming is 2 goals down. They really need to do something else here in this game 1 to win it.
Yes, exactly. The Hype will put this one into the middle. Jackson tried to pass it to Hype, but the connection and the power just wasn't there. Jackson just gets bumped around by Lucas. 1 minute left. Will they have what it takes to equalize this? Zhao tries to fake one. Now it's up to Hype. Couldn't get it. Lucas will launch this one downfield. Traxi puts this one backward. Here's the ball to the midfield. Jackson will get it over into the corner, but there's nobody there from Elite Gaming to pick that one up. 15 seconds left, and it's still possible. They get one now. Lucas will slow it down, and I think that's gonna be game 1. Jackson tries to do something with the 0 boost left, but that's gonna be game 1. 3-1 to WeVicious.
Yeah, WeVicious, really good performance here by them. You know, like I said, Traxi and Vision really played well in this game, and it was more Lucas being the 3rd and Traxi and Vision just doing everything in offense, doing the combinations. But of course, you can't forget that Lucas was really there with a good as a good 3rd. But Elite Gaming, they need to put more pressure on WeVicious, because it was usually just WeVicious being more preciseful and having more pressure on Elite Gaming. So they gotta just pressure Elite, or they gotta pressure WeVicious more to be able to get some wins out of the next games. So WeVicious, they had a really good result there. Let's see if they can continue to line.
Yes. And you can see Elite Gaming, they have had their chances, but there was just no follow-up at all, and WeVicious just kept launching counter-attacks after counter-attacks, and eventually Elite Gaming would fall because of that pressure. And now it's game 2. Lucas will put this into the midfield. And this bounce could be dangerous. Jackson puts a shot on net, saved by Vision. Up. Pierces to the midfield, but Vision is there, we'll put it to the corner. Traxi is looking to turn this into a goal. Lucas puts this one back into the corner, but that's dangerous, and a shot from Jackson just goes wide. Now Lucas gets it past one. That's not enough. Both teams still keeping the good pressure up, but there hasn't been any real threat of a shot or passing play or whatever.
Yeah, it's just been really passionate play. It's just a bit passive, and both teams can't really find a net so far. Lucas with a shot now, as I say, that great goal there by Lucas and WeVicious, as we saw the pass there. Well, actually, it was Zaro getting it to the middle. And Lucas is there earlier than Hype. Hype can't do anything there. It's just pre-jumping, and good placement by Lucas. And first goal of this game is going to WeVicious.
We'll see if they can hold on to this lead for a little longer this time. Just takes one little mistake and Elite Gaming are right back into the game, but it doesn't look like they want to give up this lead that easy. Vision tries to find Traxi in the midfield. Now Jackson. Zhao will clear his midfield. Traxi is there, puts this to the middle. Vision tries to go for an air dribble, but couldn't get it past the defender. A Vision looking for a passing play. And now a huge dunk from Lucas. Luckily Jackson was there to save it. A Vision gets the dunk, and now it turns into a 2-goal lead for WeVicious.
It's a great follow-up by Vision. After he just dunked his opponent, he just gets it into the clean net. I don't know where there was a clean net for Elite Gaming. I think there should have been someone back post there, but Vision will take that easily for the WeVicious side. Gets a second goal, and it's a great, it's a great lead now. With 3 minutes played, or 2 minutes played, I have to say, they get a third goal. Traxi is getting into the net, and they're just blasting over Elite Gaming now, Leonie.
Yeah, and if you're Elite Gaming, you can't play with these double commits or just play like relaxed against this WeVicious offense. They will break your defense down with shot after shot, and they will just be in your face until they get a goal. And that one almost went in as well, but luckily the post was there to save it. Now Lucas looking for a midfield. Hype is there. Gets a second touch. Maybe threw Jackson a bit off. Now Lucas to the midfield, looking for those passes. Zhao, that's a crucial miss. There's still some shakiness going on the side of Elite Gaming.
Yeah, it's still, Elite Gaming not really good in defense and also not looking good in offense either. This is one shot created, and WeVicious, they look much more organized in this game. It's not for nothing. They are 3 goals up, 2-0 of Elite Gaming. Just WeVicious, they can get a control of the possession very well, like you see here, and they're just much better side in this game.
And I think WeVicious are just toying around at this point, going for demo after demo, getting into the heads of the roster of Elite Gaming, showing them who they are. Now Traxi takes control, goes for the flip reset, but now there's a counter attack. But that's quickly cleared by Vision. He will get it over too. Now Lucas looking to start up this attack again. It's cleared by Jackson. I think Elite Gaming is just way too focused on just getting the ball out of their half, and you don't want to be getting the ball out of your half with that touch from Jackson.
Yeah, and Jackson just passing the ball into the middle to Vision. Vision is straight there. It wasn't a good touch by Jackson. And Vision again with the goal for him, goes for the play of the week. 4th goal here for WeVicious, and they're really clapping Elite Gaming in this game too.
Yes, and I don't think WeVicious wants to stop here. I think they are definitely out for a whole lot more goals. Get into the heads of Elite Gaming to close out this series. 4 goals down. It's possible, but with the current state of play, I don't think that's going to be possible with the double commits and whiffs coming out from the Elite Gaming side.
Now they really got to focus on game 3. As they maybe get a goal here, it goes on the crossbar, Hype tries to get it again, but they really got to focus on game 3 and the games after if they make that, because they really got to do a reverse sweep here against a very well-oiled WeVicious side. WeVicious really doing good here in game 2. But yeah, Elite Gaming, they had a little bit of pressure in the last few seconds, but it's just pretty much WeVicious taking all this game too. And that's, yeah, they played really well in Elite Gaming. They gotta do something else in game 3 to be able to to be better than the WeVicious side here.
There just has to be something that must be changed from Elite Gaming side, because this is the second game now that they have been struggling on offense as well as defense. And you can see 4 shots from Jackson coming in, but still 0 goals. There has to be something changed around that roster.
Yeah, I saw really much passes from WeVicious and not really much from Elite Gaming. The connection is not really there, it looks like, from Elite Gaming. Well, it really is there from WeVicious. They're really playing well, passing a lot. So let's see if we can also see that in Game 3.
Now Game 3. WeVicious are looking to close this one down, and there's gonna be 2 misses. And here's the pass coming in from Jackson, but that one is easily saved by Traxy. Now, this ball will go into the corner. Vision gets it over 1. And that one is quickly cleared by Jackson. He's looking to start up this attack. So, we'll launch this one on net. Bounces off the post. And Traxy is looking to dribble this past Jackson. It's a little bit of a corner thing going on. Ball just stays there. It's going back and forth. Now a huge dunk coming in, but Lucas will take control of this. Hype over to Zhao. Hype will put this one backboard. Nobody there from Elite Gaming to follow up. And against WeVicious, who are very quick to the ball actually, there's not going to be many openings like that where you could capitalize on.
And definitely not. Elite Gaming really need to work on something else. Maybe the input passes and not just the straight plays. Now we see a first goal from Elite Gaming. Jackson with a great shot in the top corner. Just gets it back. It's not really good clear there by the defender of WeVicious, but you have to say it was a really good shot from Jackson straight in the top corner. And it's really what Elite Gaming needed there. The first goal after 1.5 minute played is for Elite Gaming.
Yes, and maybe this is what's gonna get that confidence back for Elite Gaming, and they will look to start up this reverse sweep in Game 3. Jackson. Speed by Vision. Hype will try to keep this pressure up. Lucas will put this one to the side. This ball launches to the midfield. And there's a counter attack, but that's cleared by Jackson, and a demo coming in from Vision. And that ball will be picked up by Lucas. Looking for the midfield, and Vision just couldn't get the touch and put this one into the net for an equalizer.
It was a great pass from Lucas, but the offender Vision couldn't get it into the open net. It had all the time of the world, it looked like, and also there's an open net. But you have to give credit to Lucas. It was a great play by him. But let's see if we can see that again here, because they're still 1-0 down after halftime played, and they don't want to get reverse sweep here. It's only if Elite Gaming wins this, they're only 2-1 down, but WeVicious really gotta watch out for them, because those shots, those plays, you really gotta convert those in a game like this.
Yes, and every goal can mean a difference in these series, because so far, at least the first game has been such a game like this. They were very close, long times between goals, and then that single goal could mean the difference between winning or losing. And now WeVicious are ramping up the pressure. Lucas couldn't get the touch on the ball, and now this is kind of dangerous. A little bit of a weird hit from I think it was Lucas who landed from the ceiling. Now Vision takes control of this touch, looks to follow it up, but that's cleared by Jackson. He puts this one high. Lucas into the middle, looks to bump one, but nobody from WeVicious was ready for that one. And Traxy looks to double tap this, and that's just skimmed by Jackson. You see the EG side is just cluttered up from all this pressure from WeVicious.
Yeah, they try to do everything they can to keep the net clean in this game, because they still 1-0 up in the game. They really can't lose, or they get clean swept. Just so that in the next 30 seconds they try to do everything they can in defense. We see another save from Hype, but the pressure from WeVicious keeps on going, and that's this is a question if Elite Gaming can keep the net clean in this game by any.
Yeah, and they have actually held up quite long. It's been about 3 minutes of just almost pure defense from Elite Gaming, and they just don't want to concede that goal. They just want this game to start up their momentum for the reverse sweep. 4 seconds left, and that's a huge block, but luckily Jackson is there to drop this ball, and it's going to be a game for Elite Gaming.
Yeah, and that's perfectly what Elite Gaming wants. Just this game, they didn't want to get clean swept, and they will try to do everything now to keep this momentum going, because they had quite a struggling game. They scored 1, and WeVicious, they couldn't score at all. So in the end, it was Elite Gaming just securing this win, but it was definitely not an easy game, and that will stay in their heads as well, just during the upcoming games. They know it's not an easy opponent. They lost twice against him already, but this win can give them at least some kind of momentum to go for the reverse sweep. So let's see if Elite Gaming can get a reverse sweep, or if WeVicious will close the game down in Game 4 or in Game 5.
Now, on Champions Field, Elite Gaming have been holding up quite well against the attack of WeVicious, and looks like they are getting the hang of it, and that's exactly what they need against this offensive oriented team. They've been keeping up with the pressure quite well, but it's just going to be a matter of their offense if that's going to be enough to break down the defense of WeVicious. The demo coming in from Lucas will relieve the first attack. Now they can start up this counter attack. Za will put this into the corner. Vision doesn't get it past Jackson. Traxy has to clear this down the corner. Jackson looking for that open net, but Traxy is there. Quickly clear it. And it's been a slow start again.
Yeah, we saw just some pressure from Elite Gaming on the WeVicious side, but they couldn't really get a good shot from it. We saw a good pass, but there was no one to finish it. As you see, WeVicious trying to get into the offense now. Jackson is there. It's the last man. But yeah, it's been Elite Gaming that they really need the pressure on WeVicious in this game, because they can't lose this game. They want to get this series to Game 5. But yeah, for now it's just been no one's game really. It's just about going up and back and forth, I have to say. And yeah, WeVicious try to just keep their heads clean, just try to secure this series, because they really do not want to get reverse swept by the Elite Gaming side.
Yes, and that would be heartbreaking after getting that second 4-goal win, and now having to fight back for this 3-1 win. And if not, that's going to be a very tough Game 5 if they end up losing against Elite Gaming. Now Lucas, Traxy will go for an air dribble. Tries to fake out one with the flip reset, but doesn't get it.
Yeah, we see a lot of freestyling from Traxy, I have to say. Maybe that is what WeVicious puts off sometimes in the offense, just that Traxy is trying to freestyle a lot, but you know, it's still tied up, and you can't. It's not really the time to freestyle, I would say. So Traxy, maybe you just need to do some basic offenses, some basic shots on the goal, and get some passing plays like he tries now with Lucas and with Vision, but Jackson is there. But yeah, we're seeing some pressure now from WeVicious, and exactly what I just said. Traxy did a freestyle here, but he tries to get a pass there to Vision again, like we saw already a couple of times here in Game 1 and 2.
Jackson will look up to start this attack, and Zhao just wasn't in time for that pass mid in front of the goal. Jackson gets it over one. Actually almost gets it in, and Hype wasn't ready for Traxi to actually struggle with the save. And that would have been the goal they needed to get them ahead in this fourth game. Jackson has to keep up the pressure. Goes for a shot, and Lucas with a miss. Vision. Little double commit from WeVicious. And it could be just an unlucky moment until Elite Gaming starts capitalizing on that. Vision just couldn't get the power on the shot. Hype launches this one downfield. Jackson. Vision puts this one downfield. Zao will put it right back into the half. And it's still been back and forth over and over, and there hasn't been any real passing play or any solid opportunity, just capitalizing on whiffs or just too much on mistakes.
Yeah, just like you said, they need more passing plays, because without passing plays it's really going to be hard to score in a threes game. Jackson tries to find someone in the middle. No one is in the middle though. No Hype is there, but yeah, they really need some passing plays to get a first goal of this game 4, because until now it's just really been they really just hope from whiffs of the opponent. And with 30 seconds left, it looks like it's going to be in overtime. Not much chances created in offense. But yeah, if it's going to overtime, they really just need more passing plays than they're doing right now, because that's the difference between really high level plays, Champions Division players, and these teams. That's really the difference between those teams. And yeah, if they do that now, then it's then they can really, one of these teams can really win this game, but they really need to work on their passing plays.
Oh, and a very dangerous shot from Zhao, luckily saved. And that could have been the game for Elite Gaming, but Zhao actually misses again. And that must kind of hurt from Elite Gaming while they try to fight back the reverse sweep. And Zhao will put this off the back. Well, Jackson doesn't have the boost to work with. And that's some early pressure coming in from Elite Gaming. Traxi put this one into the side. Jackson with a miss. Hype slows this down. Goes for a 50. And he will look to pass this down mid. Zhao is there quick, but Lucas, great save. And this demo might relieve some pressure on WeVicious side. And I think because of the way these two teams play, they have been locking down the goal and not actually leaving the midfield all open, and it's just up to the teams to utilize that space, and they haven't really actually been using that midfield space to go for a passing play or whatever. They are still trying to force this ball into the goal.
No, definitely not. It's on the midfield they should, infield pass more, just like I said, and they're just a bit stuck in the goal. They're just really securing that they get the clean, clean goal. But yeah, if you just go for no goals, then it's not gonna happen. You can't really, you can't really just stay on defense for the whole game. And with a 1.5 minute played in this overtime, it looks like we see some pressure from WeVicious, we see some pressure from Elite Game, but they're still not really one side that's better than the other.
Yeah, it seems like they both have a very similar style of just going for solo plays, and exactly like this, Elite Gaming, they have been hesitant and just sitting in net. Nobody wants to challenge this ball, and Vision just gets this shot on net.
Vision in the end, he gets the winner for WeVicious, to not letting this series go to a game 5. But they close it down here in game 4. WeVicious get the third win they needed after an overtime against Elite Gaming, and after a hard game 3 against Elite Gaming as well. It's it's WeVicious in the end taking the series with 3-1. Yeah, good result by WeVicious. And yeah, that secures them. Well, it's not a clean sweep like they've had before, 2 clean sweeps, but definitely they will take this series with 3-1 for sure. And it puts them up into first place. Just we have to see what Pyro Esports and Assassin Trinity, how they are gonna play. But definitely a result WeVicious hoped for. 3-1, they close down this series. And Elite Gaming, they gotta do something else. They gotta be more, practice more, I would say. We didn't see much passes from Elite Gaming. Well, we really saw some passes from WeVicious in especially the first few games. It looked really more a team, WeVicious, than Elite Gaming.
Yes. We'll see how they bounce back from this loss. This should definitely be a good lesson for them because of the pressure that WeVicious put on them. And overall, it's been a really good game, close series, except for the second game, excuse me, which has been a full stomp by WeVicious.
Yeah, to be fair, after that second game, I expected, that WeVicious kept the momentum and clean swept, but nevertheless, it was Elite Gaming giving their last shot to come back and to get the reverse sweep going. They nearly had it. They nearly pushed this series into a game 5 with the overtime, but in the end, it was Vision closing this series down into the overtime to secure the 3-1 win for WeVicious. But that's all for today, I think. We don't really have another game today on stream. So, Lanny, is there anything else you want to say on stream?
No, not really. I just hope everybody had a fun April Fool's yesterday. Maybe pulled prank on friends or whatever, and that's literally it for me.
All right, then I want to thank everyone here for watching this stream. I want to thank Kersey in the background for streaming, doing everything in the background. And I want to thank you, Lanny, for casting with me. And I want to thank Godalions as well for sponsoring this season 6 of ECC. And I hope to see you all in the next stream of ECC. Goodbye.
Goodbye.